Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Dale Minyo. Joining me is Donna Meller. We're at the Grow Next Gen program, a project of SEGO and the Ohio Soybean Council. Donna, where's home for you?
My home is in Pettisville, Ohio, which is in Fulton County.
Far northwest Ohio.
Yes.
How many years have you been a teacher?
I have been a teacher about 35 years. 25 of that has been at Pettisville.
And how many of years have you used the Grow Next Gen materials and instruction aids?
About 10 years I've been using it, and it has really helped put the real into science.
Tell us more about that, and how do your students react to the real? Because at this stage, they probably don't know what's real, what's not, what's history, what's the future. So break that in for us.
So, for example, in our genetics unit, as we talk about like mitosis and meiosis and how that all fits in terms of the genetics being passed on, in that mitosis piece, I talk about that's that process the cell, replicates itself to grow the organism, to maintain the organism, to repair the organism. And so we actually germinate soybean seeds because soybeans are in fields all around Pettisville. It's amazing how many students have never watched a seed germinate. And so it's really their comments and just like, wow, look at the seed today. And then sometimes we'll extend it where they'll vary the conditions the seed is growing in. And so it just lends to lots more questions and paying attention maybe to that field that they're driving by in the community.
The number of classrooms that I've been in with Grow Next Gen over the years, I'm always amazed at how many students have questions and always have to ask the teacher afterwards, is this a normal question? It's like, oh no, when we're in Grow Next Gen things, the questions just keep coming. And that's got to be a fascinating part for a teacher, doesn't it?
It is, because I have always told my students, as you're learning and doing projects in the classroom, you should actually end up with more questions than you start out with, because if you're really trying to understand the process, you're going to say, wait, what about this? How does the light conditions or the temperature conditions affect that seed?
And also then, one of the nice portions of this that I hear from teachers is when they get done helping us understand how to teach us, they give us all the materials we need so that we can start. We don't have to look for a budget to go ask the school to provide this and that. It's here. Next week, I can replicate it.
Definitely. The workshops are free, which is huge. They show you the lessons and how to develop the lessons and extend the lessons. They're so professionally done. And so you walk away with these materials like my initial micropipettes, which is a tool that is just a standard in the lab anymore, came from the workshops because they are quite expensive. All the different various tools they give you so you can take it and replicate it back in the classroom, which is huge.
My guest has been Donna Meller, and she's a teacher up at Pettisville, part of the Grow Next Gen program. This Grow Next Gen update made possible by the Ohio Soybean Council and Soybean Checkoff. Today's weather brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. Here's the forecast.
It's a dry afternoon, but it's a chilly one. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Quick look at that Ohio forecast update. Cold air blasting through the Great Lakes right into Ohio for the balance of this afternoon. We've got a lot of clouds around. I won't rule out some spits and sprinkles. I don't think there's much precipitation, just the cold air here. Clouds will break up overnight tonight, and tomorrow I think we're not quite as cold, mostly due to the fact that sunshine is going to help, but also this cold core is moving farther to the east. Temperatures really moderate on a Thursday. That's ahead of our next weather system that shows up Thursday night, Friday. Right now I'm looking at scattered rain showers early Friday in the north, and then seeing stuff move through the rest of the state Friday night through Saturday. All in, all done, up to 3/4 of an inch of rain coming. A second batch early next week. I'm Ryan Martin.
And thanks, Ryan. Be sure to join us tomorrow, powered by Soy Biodiesel. We'll make a road trip over to Cambridge, Ohio, and we'll visit with our monthly update from the folks at Farm Credit Mid-America. And this week, we'll talk about Fight the Hunger, Stock the Trailer. The program is kicking off for its 5th year. Time now for the Midday Market Analysis, provided by Leist Mercantile and sponsored by Brandt, helping growers take control for over 70 years.
This is Ryan Metzger with Leist Mercantile, providing you with your USDA Crop Progress Report. Last night, the USDA released their crop progress report that had shown that corn planting advanced 2% to now be 4% planted, which is slightly behind last year's pace of 6% planted. Soybean planting advanced 2% to now be 3% planted, which is right in line with last year and the 5-year average. Spring wheat planting advanced 4% to now be 7% planted, which is in line with the 5-year average. And finally, winter wheat crop ratings came in 1% lower than the previous week to be rated at 47% good to excellence, and we also have 8% of the winter wheat crop in the headed phase. Please visit our website, licemercantile.com, to learn more about our grain marketing program and crop insurance services.
And thanks, Ryan. Today's market is brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. May corn down 2 1/4 at 482 3/4. December up 2 1/4 at 464 1/4. May beans now down 10 1/2 at 1031 3/4. November down 6 at 1022 1/2. July wheat down 5 1/2 at 556 1/4. September down 5 1/4 at 571 1/4. April cattle $204.57, up 62. May lean hogs $87.97, up 2 cents. This is the Ohio AgNet.